Hey everybody, we are on our second day at Williamsburg.
Yes.
And yesterday was fun, but it's so big. Yes. We didn't realize it was quite big. You have to get a bus to go around all the different places.
Yes, they have some old outdoor plays that you can watch. I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm in. Yeah. This guy taught us so much about printing and binding books. I never realized that linen paper was actually made from old clothes. So when the community prospered, the wealthy bought new clothes and more paper was made. But when the community hit hard times, paper was hard to come by.
In fact, he told us that Thomas Jefferson's library was worth more than Montecito, his famous home. His library is also the beginning of the Library of Congress.
The I also represented a J, as did the U and the V. They were one and the same at one time. They made the distinction because of the difficulty in whether it was a vowel or consonant sound.
We learned things from the jewelry maker.
Here somewhere. Here's the half-round draw plate, and this is what we use to make like little finger rings, the little gold rings in the back case, drawn through this plate. Taper the end of the piece of wire, right? So it's been through here, it's been through here, hasn't been through here yet. Okay, there we go. Now we can do it. So there's enough there to grab onto, and this machine multiplies my strength by 10. That's a little wow. Good exercise. Sometimes it's just easier to do this. And it's getting longer and thinner. And it's nice to not be looking at it, because sometimes when it comes through and that tension's lost, it flies up and, you know, poke you in the eye.
The Pharmacist was very interesting and very informative.
So this came all the way from Japan?
Right, Japan and also India.
Wow.
So we'd be getting things from England. We have a vendor in England, Wellington Slater, and basically they're getting their products from all over the world.
Wow. And
So that would be really expensive.
Some would be. This is coming pretty far. Our opium is coming from Turkey and also from Egypt. We have things coming from Africa. We have products coming from South America, from Europe, from Asia, so all over the world.
So are they using laudanum?
We do have laudanum. We actually have an 18th century laudanum container over in that lower shelf there. Our tincture of opii here on the shelf would be a laudanum type product. With some, one of the recipes has some canary wine, some French brandy, saffron. Sometimes some cinnamon. You would take maybe 6, 8, or 10 drops in a glass of ale or wine to have it diluted out. It'd be very potent, very concentrated.
So if it's 5 shillings for service, how long does it take them to earn that 5 shillings?
Oh, the patient themselves? I can tell you that somebody that's a laborer, day laborer back then, makes 2 shillings 6 pence a day.
Okay.
So if they had to spend 5 shillings for diagnosis, it's about 2 days work.
2 days work.
And then depending on what the product cost, that's going to be additional.
Okay.
Finally, an actor answering questions from the audience. This guy was great.
What are my hopes for the future of the colonies? Well, I hope, frankly, that we will find ourselves soon with this war behind us, and that we will return once again to wealth and prosperity and growth here in Virginia.
The gunsmith was so passionate about his work.
Yeah, shot pellets for the gun on the bottom of the rack come in 12 different sizes. Because things that like to eat corn come in 12 different sizes. It wasn't a coincidence. Zach's bird shot, small buckshot, duck shot's bigger than bird, goose shot's bigger than duck, swan shot's bigger than goose, large buckshot's bigger than small. The most versatile gun you can own because you can load so many different things. A rifle can shoot a single bullet and spin it, and it goes straight. That makes it ideal for big game hunting. So you associate the use of rifles with people like Daniel Boone, and Daniel Boone was a professional deer hunter. This rifle, by about 1750, looks American. A British officer could take one look at that rifle and know it's American. He'd also know it's in the hands of specialist marksmen.
Really?
Specialist marksmen, their job is to target high-value personnel from cover and distance. And riflemen don't wear regimental uniforms. They're dressed like deer hunters. They wear hunting shirts. So there's only small numbers of those riflemen.
What about this rifle says marksman?
Long barrel,
Okay.
long rifle has become the new nickname. American rifles, more than 9% of the time, have curly maple stock. And this brass box, because you wrap the bullet in that patch so it fits tight. So rifles have a storage compartment in the buttstock for those patches. And there's a British officer during the Revolution who wrote that never in my life have I seen better rifles or men who shot better than those made in America.
Wow.
So accounts of English travelers going through the frontier, and they say that every cabin they went into, the floor was dirt. Every member of the family lived in one room. Few sticks of furniture, but a fine rifle hanging over the mail, because it pays for itself.
This is where the government met.
Had the entirety of the Virginia colonial government in this building. On the bottom floor, right here, you have the General Court, the highest court in Virginia. And then above the General Court, you had the upper house of the legislature. Literally, the upper house of the legislature, the governor and governor's council. So not only the upper house, but also the chief executive, the governor. On the other side, just down here, you have the lower house of the legislature, the House of Burgesses. You would be taken by your sheriff to your local county court, where a grand jury would be assembled, and they would ascertain into the merits of the case. Now let's say that they found that there is evidence that maybe, yeah, you did commit this felony. At that point, no matter where you are in Virginia, you are going to be brought here to Williamsburg. You're going to be kept in that jail at Bomb the Hill for upwards of 6 months. This court meets quarterly. Your court case, and you're going to be brought here. And sitting before you, in the large chair under the seal of the monarchy, is going to be who?
The governor.
None other than the royal governor himself.
The meeting area for the House of Burgess was wildly different than where the legislature met with the governor. That's it for Williamsburg. Williamsburg was so fascinating. We learned so much, and it seems to be our word for these travels is fascinating.
You know, one of the things that we really learned is this is how it all began. These times were tough. People were tough.
People were tough.
And life was very hard for early settlers. And what's really amazing is the reenactment, the actors, and everything is so real.
Well,
so
listen to them, like especially the pharmacist. He will say, we do it this way. So he doesn't speak in the past. He speaks in the present tense, which I found fascinating.
Well, present for the 1700s. You know, you've got to go and see this.
I know.
It's put it on your bucket list. It's amazing.
We should call all these videos bucket lists. We find something you should do in everything.
Yeah.
But the true thing is, we live in the most fascinating country. There's so much to learn and so much to see and so much to do. If you've been thinking about getting on the road, pull the trigger and go.
Yeah, do it. Do it now.
Next is York. Follow us for that. See you soon, guys.
Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you like our videos, please press the subscribe button.